Number 15 Baylor women's basketball lost to number 20 Texas Tech. It was not even close. 87 to 56. This is what I call getting punked by another team. Baylor never had a lead in this game. They was down as many as 35 points. This impacted the Big 12 standings. Texas Tech swept Baylor. Now they're 11-4 in the Big 12, 24-4 overall for Texas Tech. Now for Baylor, 22-6 overall, 11-4 in the Big 12. This also impacts like the NCAA tournament seeding down the line potentially. So this is not exactly ideal for Baylor. They needed more quad one wins to maybe thinking about hosting the first two rounds if they could get to the Big 12 title game. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Even if they flat out win it, I don't know if it's enough. But we'll have to wait and see, though, on what happens the rest of the Big 12. Baylor was down 48 to 28 at halftime. Yeah, they actually made a push early in the third quarter to be down 15, but then Texas Tech extended and never looked back, to say the least. I mean, 39 points for Texas Tech in the second half. Baylor scored 28 again. But there's more to the game than that. That's why I'm going to go over the stats. Well, Baylor shot 36% from the field on 55 attempts. Not that good. 18% on threes on 17 attempts. Not that good. 76% on free throws on 17 attempts. That was not the problem. 33 rebounds. 13 offensive. Now, 9 assists. Not a great number. 21 turnovers. If that was the Achilles heel for the Baylor offense this year, it's the turnovers. Something has to be done in the offseason on how to handle pressure teams, to say the least. Or against any defense in that matter. I'm just saying, 6 steals, 3 blocks, 17 fouls. How many points off the bench? I mean, Kayla Nelms with 2 points. Akaya Abraham with 8 points. Markayla Johnson with 6. And Yuting Dong actually did play in this game. And she had 5, so that's 10 plus 6. That's 16 plus 5. That's 21 points. And 2 double-digit scores for Baylor, and that's Talia Scott. She had 13 points, but she was inefficient. I mean, 2 for 13 from the field, 2 for 9 on threes. Made all 7 free throws, though. And Darion Little-Paige Buggs had 13 points. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 26 points right there. And 1, 2, 3 other players scored 6 more points this game. I mean, 6 plus 6. I mean, 6 from Kirsten Johnson this type of game, though. She missed some layups, to say the least. That's 12, and then 8 from Kyle Abraham. That's 20. I already kind of mentioned Markellus 6. Yeah, that's it right there. Now, Texas Tech had how many bench points? Snudda Collins had 23 points. Addie Blaylock had 4 points. Sydney Love with 4 points. Jay Malone with 6. So that's 6 plus 4. That's 10 plus 4. That's 14 plus 23. That's 37 bench points. And 4 double-digit scores. Lily combined for Sarah Geb Sanago had 10 points. Him and Nunez actually had 10, so that's 20. Plus Bailey Maupin's 22. That's 42 points plus Snella Collins is 23. That's 65 points right there. So they would have beat Baylor without those other players, to say the least. And that's not a good thing. And 2 players scored 6 points this game. I mean, Jalen Malone had 6 points and Jalen Bristow had 6 points. And Jalen Bristow is a double-digit scorer, usually. So, yeah. Now, Texas Tech shot the ball better in all areas, to say the least. 56% from the field on 61 attempts, 38% on threes on 21 attempts, 85% on free throws on 13 attempts, 30 rebounds, 8 of those offensive, 13 assists, 15 turnovers, 12 steals, 3 blocks, and 22 fouls. Now we're going to go to the points out turnovers, points in the paint, fast break points as well. Points out turnovers favored Texas Tech in this game, 19 to 13. Fast break points favored Texas Tech, 7 to nothing. And points of paint favored Texas Tech, 44 to 26. So obviously you know that West Virginia is also 11-4, but let's just be real. They're not going to lose another game. They got Oklahoma State. Maybe that's their toughest game, but even then, it's at home for West Virginia. Maybe they lose that game, but they're definitely not losing on the road to UCF or Cincinnati at home. I'm just being real. So they're probably going to be 14-4 in the Big 12. Now, Texas Tech, I'm going to just go right ahead and say the only chance Baylor now has in order to share Big 12 titles to win out. What's the remaining of the schedule here in terms of regular season? Well, it does get a little bit easier. They got Arizona at home February 21st, and February 23rd, you got Kansas State at home. Yes, they're playing better ball, but it's a home game, and I wouldn't think you would lose. No, Kansas State has upset some teams in the past. They even beat this Texas Tech team on the road. This year. So, yeah, you can't sleep on them. And there's obviously that rematch with TCU at the very end of the year, March 1st. They have to be better in big games. And Bella Fonroy on offense, she hasn't shown up in the big games recently. Something's got to change, and they have to be better in big games in general. I'm just saying. And I knew this was a dangerous game for Baylor. One, it's a ranked opponent. Texas Tech already beat you once. It's on the road, and Texas Tech's coming off of a loss. That's multiple reasons right there that this game was dangerous for Baylor, to say the least. Now, what's Texas Tech's remaining schedule? Well, I would not sleep on the road to Colorado because they're fighting for the NCAA tournament lives on February 21st. And just if you would lose that game, that would really hurt you in terms of the Big 12. Then you got to go on the road to Kansas. They're fighting for the NCAA tournament lives too on February 25th. And then March 1st, you got Arizona State at home. You cannot discount them either. So not really some cupcake teams, to say the least. We'll have to obviously wait and see what happens going forward. But I would have thought this game would have been a lot closer than it really was. I thought it could have been like the last time, and honestly, Talia Scott only played less than 3 minutes last time. Yeah, it didn't make a difference this time, as you could tell. This is why the games are played. And at least nobody from Baylor got hurt. And Yu Ting Dong did play, like I mentioned. She did fall on her back and on her tailbone against UCF, and she was sore apparently, and that's why she missed a few practices. So hopefully this game against Texas Tech will motivate them going forward, because you cannot continue to lose the big games and win against teams that you should. I'm sorry. In terms of unranked. I'm sorry, at the very end of the day, you're going to run into somebody in the round of 32 and you might lose that game. And then you cannot bounce back again from that. I'm sorry. You got to be more prepared going forward. And you got to play better ball. Something has to happen for Baylor. I'm just saying. And Nikki Collins did say, hey, we got punked. And we should never have left Waco to begin with. That's what she said on the post-game radio. Yeah, I know. That's not a good sign. But hopefully that wakes them up going the rest of the way. So anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. See you guys later on the road to 800 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 more. Some more this course like video. Comment video really helps YouTube algorithm. Some more people see this, and the video does help as well. Some more people can watch. And if you're watching, not subscribe, hit subscribe button for the notification bell as well.